Kathy Griffin is back and wants you to feel sorry for her because of all she's gone through after posting this picture of her and a bloody Donald Trump effigy. Do you? Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the comedian Kathy Griffin coming back and I guess going on tour, maybe releasing the book. And since she's back, she's gone on a press tour. And one big question that they're all asking her is about the bloody Donald Trump effigy. That was all over the place many years ago. The DOJ contacted her like, hey, what are you doing? Are you trying to insinuate that you want to take the president's life? Are you inciting violence against the president? What's going on? Maybe she thought she could do whatever she wants to do because everyone thinks that Orange Man is bad. So why can't I act like I just want to cut his head off and parade that around? What's the big deal? Well, it was a really big deal. People did not support her in the way that she thought they would. Now, in case you have forgotten, this is the picture right here. Okay, that's her and the head. Now, I don't know why she thought this would be humorous at all as a comedian. Where's the humor? Where's the funny? You know, I love a good joke. I love a good ha-ha. But this wasn't a ha-ha moment. This is are you dumb? Are you mentally ill? Are you inciting violence against the president? Let's call the authorities. Let's get the authorities and go right to Kathy Griffin's house. Let's do that rather than having the good chuckle. Now, before I go any further, we got a couple videos to get to. First, let's get to The View. They're going to say a few things. Then we're going to get to, I think it's another ABC. It's an ABC interview, the same way The View is, but it's a little bit of a different format. It's not all these cackling hyenas on the panel. It's just one hyena. So let's just watch this. Then we're going to get into a little bit more information. And of course, I will link to everything in the description box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
First tour in 6 years.
6 years I was out of work because of that.
Okay, now, obviously what she said was censored by them, not me. But clearly it's because of the head. And she wants to try to blame everybody else. At a certain point, you got to have personal accountability. It's your fault. You did that to yourself. You did that. You went over the edge trying to incite violence against the president. Look, I don't care who the president is. You could love him or hate him. It could be Biden. It could be Trump, Obama, or whatever. You incite violence against the president, they're going to come at your door, and you might go to the penitentiary to make big rocks to little rocks. She's lucky that didn't happen. The actual soft penalty was a 6-year pause in her so-called career. But let's continue.
I said what it was, all about a picture. A picture I took, making fun of the president, which you're supposed to do as a comic.
Again, where's the funny? I love jokes. I love comedy, but I didn't see any comedy there. Even if it's a joke against someone I like, I'm going to laugh if it's funny. But that wasn't funny. That was just violent.
The term in the title PTSD is not used lightly.
No.
Because you have survived so much career cancellation and a federal investigation over the Trump photo controversy.
No fly list, Interpol list, stopped at every airport, the whole thing.
Yeah, you also...
And you earned that for sure. You most certainly earned that. I mean, you think you could just do whatever you want to do? You know, I hope that people look at Kathy Griffin and what she has gone through as a cautionary tale. Don't do what she did, or else you're going to end up like she ended up.
Oh, and none of these are small. A pill addiction.
A
suicide attempt. Lung cancer.
And I was on a psych hold for 3 days. And I know you can tell why. But I was on a psych hold, so it was like I was like Britney and Kanye combined. Wow. And I walked into my own act. Wow. Psych hold for 3 days.
But you also...
I mean, so who's to blame for that at the end of the day? Are you saying the reason you were on the psych hold is because of the picture and you shouldn't have been in the psych hold because the picture shouldn't have been the big deal? Like, what are we trying to insinuate here?
But now I'm in recovery. I'm sober 3.5 years.
Oh. That's amazing.
Now, I got a question for you guys. Do you think that she never touched any drugs until the pill picture? I mean, until the effigy? Do you think she never touched any drugs until the effigy? Y'all let me know. Now let's go to the NBC with just the one lady rather than the Council of Hyenas. Let's watch this.
Griffin is a two-time Emmy and Grammy award-winning comedian who has been a bit of a lightning rod in Hollywood for decades.
To say the least, most certainly a lightning rod. Somebody that is somebody that got blackballed by our own industry, and rightfully so.
Kathy, hello.
It's true. I turned out to be a lightning rod. I started out just making fun of the Kardashians, and then I took a photo which upset some people, including the former administration who shall go unnamed.
I gotcha. All right, you've taken a 6-year hiatus.
So is that going to be her whole thing? Is that going to be what she bases the tour off, is the picture? I guess at this point, that's what she's known for the most, so take advantage of it, I suppose. Now, my question would be, who's going to come see Kathy Griffin? Are we going to get a bunch of the liberal arts instructors who want to push LGBT onto their students? Are we going to get those kind of people? Who are we going to get that goes to a Kathy Griffin show?
Touring.
Hold on. I didn't exactly take a hiatus. I was blacklisted by my own industry. I was put on the no-fly list. I was investigated by 2 agencies within the Department of Justice, and they were seriously considering charging me with conspiracy to assassinate the President of the United States. That will make you take a hiatus.
Well, there's that. The details. But the point is, you're back.
I'm back.
Touring. It's
Yes.
a big deal. And you call it My Life on the PTSD list.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So that's the name of her tour, My Life on the PTSD List. This is not an advertisement at all. This is not a commercial. I'm just letting you know what's going on.
Harkening back to your Emmy Award-winning show on Life on the D List.
Thank you.
What's it like being back on the road and being greeted by protesters?
Oh my gosh, I had a show Sunday night in Huntington, New York.
Okay, so we got some protesters out here, and we got a few flags. We got, the police flag, blue line. We got some Trump flags. Got some Trump merch. And then this sign says, Kathy Griffin PTSD is not comical.
And
it says, hang all traitors, and they got an effigy or somewhat of an effigy of her, with the red hair, the carrot top look, like on the mannequin, like a cosmetics mannequin.
Trumpers are still mad at me about the picture. And so they organized a whole caravan, and they had a bobblehead of a red wig. So they had me in effigy, and then I'm a traitor and blah, blah, blah. And yet the show is sold out, and it was hatred on the outside, and on the inside, inclusive, laughter, love. They were on their feet at the end, and it's just been heaven to be back at work.
So I think, what I think happened here? I think you have two sides meeting, converging. You have the people that support Trump, people that are Americans, support America. And then you have those that hate Trump, not really fans of America. You got those there too. And they will be the ones that sell out a Kathy Griffin show, in my opinion, because they can relate to what she did with the effigy of Donald Trump. They like that. They like her being the counter to the Trumpers, quote unquote.
So I have a little clip from your Tarrytown showing, so let's take a look.
Tarrytown, New York. I just want
Okay, so was there a joke there and saying Tarrytown, New York?
to say that it's not lost on me that you're known for the Headless Horseman, and I'm known for Headless Trump.
Clearly
Wow. I mean, that was so riveting. That was so fantastic. You know what I want to do? Look, check it out. I know I may have come into the video with a negative viewpoint about Carrot Top. I mean, Kathy Griffin, I may not like her too much. However, that clip right there just changed my mind about her comedy. I'm going to go see it because that was some of the best comedy work ever. I mean, Eddie Murphy could never. George Carlin could never. Kathy Griffin, that was brilliant. Okay. You come in there talking about Tarrytown, they bust out laughing, and then you talking about the Headless Horseman. Okay. I had the head of Trump. Brilliant punchline delivery, everything. Golden.
afraid to lean into what got you quote unquote canceled?
I mean, look, the great Jane Fonda said, this is going to be on your tombstone, kid. And so now I'm just used to being asked about it, and I talk about it because at least it was 6.5 years ago.
How do you turn your trauma into comedy?
You know, I have been diagnosed with PTSD, which I feel self-conscious about saying because I thought it was just for combat veterans. And I think it was a combo of the Trump thing was really hard. I was out of work. I became addicted to prescription pills. I tried to take my life. I was on a 5150 cyclone for 3 days. I got sober. Then I got lung cancer. That's why my voice is a bit altered. They took out half my left lung, but I was injured during the surgery, so I'll get another surgery in June. And then I just got divorced at the tender age of 63. Oh, I would like to be the golden bachelorette. If anyone is...
You would be.
So there's a lot going on, but you know what? I think maybe she wants us to feel sorry when she wants us to feel bad, but I really don't. I really don't, because when you put out negativity, when you do bad things, and it wasn't just that one picture. There was a lot of stuff that she did. There was a whole lot of stuff that she did, a lot of ugly, negative energy. I don't wish bad on anybody. I don't wish anything harmful to happen to anyone, okay? But when you do things like that, sometimes bad things happen, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to everyone who attended a Kathy Griffin comedy show. I'm sure you guys are going to love it. You're going to eat it up. You really enjoy that kind of comedy. If you enjoy that kind of comedy, maybe you also enjoy watching paint dry on a Tuesday afternoon. Like middle of the daytime, sun shining, birds chirping, you're inside watching the paint dry. If you enjoy it, that's fine. If you like it, I love it. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Are you going to go attend Kathy Griffin's comedy show? Do you feel bad for all that she's gone through? Having lung cancer, having a divorce, and getting put on a no-fly list, 5150 and 3-day hold. Do you feel bad for all that's happened? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I never wish harm on anybody, not even really my worst enemy. But when bad things happen to bad people, it's just kind of the way things go, right? At a certain point, I'm not really into all the karma and zodiacs and all that, but you put out negative energy and negative energy comes back on you, you got to kind of expect it. You know, a better way to avoid that happening, don't put out negative things. If you don't have the effigy picture, you don't get put on a no-fly list. You're not investigated by the DOJ. You're not potentially up for charges. You don't have all these bad things that happen as a result. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, but I don't think that is the situation here. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.